The NBA is in crisis, viewership is plummeting, rivalries are fading, and fans are tuning out. But here's the twist. For the WNBA, this isn't a setback, it's a massive opportunity. Women's basketball has the chance to learn from the NBA's mistakes and carve its own path to dominance. Can the WNBA rise to the challenge and redefine the future of basketball? Stick around, because the answer might just surprise you. Let's start with the numbers. NBA ratings have fallen nearly 50% since 2012, with ESPN alone reporting a 28% drop this year. So, what's causing this decline? One major factor stands out: the decline of rivalries. Rivalries are the lifeblood of basketball. Think Larry Bird versus Magic Johnson or Michael Jordan versus the Bad Boys Pistons. These weren't just games, they were iconic battles that captivated fans. Today, however, genuine NBA rivalries have all but disappeared. Why? Because players switch teams too often for fans to get emotionally invested. Kevin Durant has been on 4 teams in the last decade. LeBron James, one of the greatest of all time, has built his career on moving to wherever the grass seems greener. The WNBA, however, has a unique advantage. Players tend to stay with teams longer, and rivalries like Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese are already capturing fan interest. Therefore, the WNBA has an opportunity to do what the NBA can't: build long-lasting rivalries that fans care about. Think about this. When was the last time you saw a truly dramatic NBA moment that wasn't interrupted by a referee's whistle? Players get technical fouls for glaring at each other, clapping in frustration, or hanging on the rim. Take this example. Giannis Antetokounmpo was hit with a technical foul simply for staring down an opponent after a dunk. Fans were outraged. The WNBA has a chance to embrace emotion, not police it.
Giannis' third block, he's going to take it. Oh, hey! A hammer like nobody has!
Players like Clark and Reese show their passion on the court, and fans love it. But the league must resist the urge to overregulate. Let the players play, and let the fans feel the drama. However, drama alone isn't enough. Accessibility is just as important. Here's a major problem with the NBA. It's harder than ever to watch games. Regional blackouts, confusing TV deals, and expensive subscriptions make it nearly impossible for fans to follow their favourite teams. The WNBA, on the other hand, is making strides in accessibility. Games are increasingly available on streaming platforms, and the league has partnered with social media platforms to highlight key moments. This is a step in the right direction, but there's room for improvement. Imagine if every WNBA game was available on one affordable streaming service with no blackouts. That could be a game changer. But even if fans can watch, they need a reason to care. That's where player commitment comes in. The NBA has a perception problem. Many fans believe players care more about their off-court ventures than their performance on the court. Paul George, for example, has released more podcast episodes this season than games played. Fans have noticed, and they're not happy. Contrast that with the WNBA, where players like Sabrina Ionescu, Aja Wilson, and Caitlin Clark are all in on basketball. Their passion is palpable, and fans connect with that. Fans want to root for players who leave everything on the court. That's what makes sports compelling, says basketball analyst Rachel Nichols. Therefore, by showcasing its players' dedication, the WNBA can build a deeper connection with fans. Another challenge the NBA faces is its involvement in political and social issues. While advocacy is important, the league's strong stance on certain topics has alienated some fans. The WNBA is no stranger to activism. Players like Maya Moore have led movements that extend far beyond basketball.
We need to be people before players right now and just say something, because we're hurting.
When I made the decision to not be a professional athlete for that first year, it was really out of a desire to just prioritize the things that I was being convicted are most urgent. And it's really interesting how 2 years after that decision, we are literally being kind of forced to address some of these things that I was moving in that direction of.
But the league must balance this with its primary focus, the game itself. Advocacy and basketball can coexist, but neither should overshadow the other. But to truly stand out, the WNBA needs more than balance. It needs star power. Stars sell tickets, drive viewership, and inspire the next generation. The NBA had Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and now LeBron James. The WNBA has its own stars, but the league needs to go further in marketing them. Caitlin Clark is the perfect example. Her rivalry with Angel Reese is already legendary, and her record-breaking performances are must-watch TV. But it's not just about the superstars. The WNBA needs to shine a light on rising talents and role players who make the league special. Fans should know the stories of players beyond the headlines. And if the WNBA plays its cards right, the future could look very bright. The WNBA is already growing. Viewership for the 2023 finals was up 20% from the previous year, and merchandise sales are hitting record highs. But the league has even greater potential. Analysts predict that if the WNBA continues to invest in accessibility, star power, and rivalries, it could double its audience within the next decade. The WNBA is at a tipping point. With the right strategy, it can become one of the most influential sports leagues in the world, says sports economist Andrew Zimbalist. However, the league must act quickly to capitalize on this momentum. The NBA's decline is a warning, but it's also an opportunity. By learning from the NBA's mistakes and doubling down on its strengths, the WNBA can carve out a unique identity in the sports world. The question is, will the WNBA seize this moment, or will it miss the chance to redefine basketball for a new generation? If you believe in the future of the WNBA, support it today. Watch a game, follow your favorite players on social media, and be part of the movement that's reshaping basketball. Because the future isn't just bright, it's happening now.